out of all the hunts I get to do, the one I really look forward to is the Thanksgiving week, to come back where it all started.
Tillamook, Oregon, where my grandpa, my dad, Randy, and I all got our first taste of what hunting was all about.
Everybody has that special passion or that feeling that makes them feel alive. Mine is elk hunting.
Part of our original hunting party cut these roads, built these roads, named these roads. Elk hunting is more than just the taking of an animal, being with friends and family.
Tillamook means land of many rivers. It's one of the most rugged places I know of to be able to hunt an elk. Every fall I look forward to going into the South Fork, as it was rugged, it was remote, the hunting is hard, and I was excited to be able to pass that on to my boys.
Hunting was introduced to me through these mountains. If you hunt here, you're going to have to walk, and you're definitely gonna get wet.
Grandpa's gun was a legend. It was a Winchester Model 70, and I knew what I wanted my first rifle to be.
Elk hunting is our passion. It's just what we do.
I'm proud of the fact that my boys have become hunters. One of the things that's extremely rewarding about being a father is getting to share something that I truly love with my family.
We're gonna climb these ridges and look off into these holes that my family has hunted for generations.
We're going back to where it all started, and we're all grabbing our first firearms.
Those animals must pay tax.
With our shot, prevailing wind is still at a quarter.
Well, Jeff, we're back in the mountains with Grandpa. I'm excited to be back. You know, I shot my first bull, my Roosevelt bull, when I was 12 years old here, and now you're trying to get your first Roosevelt.
We're gonna have some long range shots. This terrain is unreal. We're hunting public land, so we're competing with a lot of other hunters. So it's a matter of who sees it first and who can get a shot.
This week I'll be shooting my very first rifle that I got when I was 12 years old. It's a Winchester Model 70 Classic Featherweight, 22-inch barrel. It's a very lightweight, easy maneuverable rifle. These actions are extremely strong, 3-position safety. It's extremely easy and safe to use. I just love these rifles. This one in particular is actually chambered in 30-06. And this week, it's topped off with a Simmons 3.8 to 12. I've actually loaded a compressed load in this 30-06 to push this 168 grain Berger VLD bullet with a ballistic coefficient of 0.473 at over 2,820 feet per second. It's extremely effective, and I think it's going to work well this week.
My very first firearm was a Ruger M77 Mark II. I absolutely love this rifle. Synthetic stock, 22-inch stainless steel barrel with a Leopold 3x9. My favorite thing about a 270 is it doesn't have a lot of recoil, which was perfect for me when I was 12. And this week, I'm just shooting the Blue Box Federals, 150 grains with a BC of 372. And it's coming out of the barrel at 2,850 feet a second. Hopefully we can find a bull this week.
Growing up, I watched all the John Wayne movies. I loved lever actions. And when I turned 12 years old, I convinced my dad to buy me one. He told me that I had to be strong enough to hold it straight out. Gold trigger, wood stock, the 375 big bore. It's been years since I've hunted with it. It brings back so many memories.
Dear Lord, thank you for this time we can spend together on this very special day. May you be with the family and friends that aren't with us today.
Amen. Okay.
This time of year, Thanksgiving, elk season, best time of year.
You know, being back in Tillamook where I grew up brings back a lot of memories. And since we were spending so much time with family and we were on this hunt, I really had decided that I wanted to take my boys and I wanted to go to my grandparents' gravesite and get to share some stories and reflect and remember all of the times that I had with them.
You know, Dad couldn't really remember exactly where the gravesite was, so it took us a while to find it.
You know, I think a lot about how a man lives his life and he does a lot of things that he doesn't want to do. He does anything and everything he can to support his family. He takes jobs. He sacrifices himself. And my grandfather was in the war and he did a lot of different things in his lifetime, and he truly worked really, really hard. And I feel like I'm a fortunate one. I'm the guy that gets to do a job that I love.
Walking through the cemetery, I could tell it was really hard for my dad and grandpa.
She's out in a chair and a robe every day. He was the funniest man alive. There was nobody funnier. Like you can't, I mean, you just stood around him and you had a smile on your face. One of the greatest storytellers of all time. I really didn't know how Dan would feel about it. I really wanted to go and visit his parents too.
Great-grandpa actually passed the farm down to Grandpa, and they were really close.
Walking up there, it reminded me of the day of Dan's dad's funeral. All of us gathered around. It was raining on that day. Just brought back a lot of memories of all of the time and laughter that we all had together. Isn't that what life is really about? Family, friends, reflection, and just enjoying the moment.
What do you see? We got a bull there. A bull there. Yeah.
This is one of those moments. We're within range of my first Roosevelt bull, and I'm with the whole family.
Your opportunity on your first Roosevelt bull.
Yeah, I know.
Broadside right now.
It's my first Roosevelt, but
Well, he's legal. It's up to you, bud.
I think I'm gonna pass and let him grow up. I'd rather come back next year during branch bull season. I know.
In your scope.
We're in here a little pocket, so you never know. Maybe next year.
Yep.
Nobody else is gonna be back here, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. Really proud of you.
Being in these mountains is not about shooting an elk. It's about the connection to the ground. It's about tradition. It's about spending time together. It's about learning and being with one of the most awesome animals on planet Earth in a genuine rainforest, in a town that I grew up in. These are memories that all of us will never forget.